Hey, welcome back, everybody. I thought I would share the latest updates on where we're at with the art of Interstellar Sentinel. So, a few folks out there probably know this, but we've been cranking now for the last few months on putting together essentially an art book for our game. And in the fashion that we normally do, which is to share, I thought I would kind of walk you guys through that. This also is super helpful because I get to share this video because what we have found out is that while the aspect ratio that we were looking for size-wise that we set up the layout for, which is a photo book for printing it through Canva. This is where we did the layout. We are printing or we laid out at a size that is not exactly common, and that was 11 by 8.5 inches. So we've been kind of investigating different printing presses that would do this because it's a landscape format, and it turns out there's not a lot of them. There are some exceptions to that, but then I discovered BookBaby, and BookBaby has a lot of other things that a lot of companies don't talk about. Then they provide services. So if we're going to put the book out into the world, I thought, why not basically publish this thing correctly and put it out there in a way that we can do a physical copy for the people that want that. We can do an on-demand print run at a smaller aspect ratio. So we have a nice mix of both aspects of that. But in order to accommodate the new sizes, we're kind of looking at I think a 12 by 9 is what we're looking at, possibly, and then we'll have a smaller version of that. So there's a couple of limitations. So BookBaby folks have been very, very cool so far. So yeah, I'm just like all projects, you learn a lot. And, when we first started to do this, we didn't know that there's a 100-page limit in Canva for doing print with the Canva services. A few folks may know this, is that I had another book project that I did, which was basically a graphical dad joke book. It was a lot of fun to kind of just work on some of this stuff. And I did a print run of that. It's a little expensive for a one-off, but it's a beautiful, very large coffee table book. So again, we didn't realize, you don't know what you know until you get there, right? And so we got to over 100 pages for this project. I think we're sitting at about 128 pages, maybe 122. And it turns out that, we have to now look for a new printing source. Also means that we have to adjust the layout. So a lot of layouts are more in the 4x3 side of that. There are some landscape versions of that as well. So and so we now have to go through the thankless exercise of figuring out how to prepare and adjust our layouts. Which means making a copy of the book and going through just this process. So again, we learned a lot, and I thought I would just take this opportunity to kind of sketch through to click through a lot of these pages. I like the preview that we have laid out here. So I'm going to send this link over to, and there looks like there's a couple things. There might be some image precision issues, like I see here. It's just things we're going to clean up with the layout. So, but it's very, very exciting to see all of this hard work and all this time. I mean, this is years of our life and effort. Some of these characters, are almost 5 years old in some cases, and being able to reflect on our work, and then to offer we'll do a digital version of the book as well, and maybe a bonus for anyone that wants it. I know a few people are really, really want to have it, which is very, very cool. And it's nice to give us the opportunity to not only showcase all of the work, but to also just kind of add a little bit more to the world, because in the game, I'm a big fan of gameplay density matters, and gameplay to me isn't watching a lot of dialogue and cutscenes. Just my own opinion. So the art book gives us the opportunity to fill out just a little bit more of what's going on in the world. So I think that's it's really, really cool to be able to reflect on that. Turned out this was a boatload of work. Yeah, I mean, when you spend a few thousand hours working on a project to even ship the game, you've got a lot of artifacts from that. So yeah, I think that was the main stuff here. We're almost towards the end of the book here when we're showing the graphic design and interface elements that we kind of went through. We really wanted to work on the layouts. Oh, interesting. Come on, you can do it. Like this low resolution here. This is probably just a thing with Canva. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun kind of laying out some of the environments and showing kind of the progression, because just like often when you're art directing stuff and what you imagine in your mind, and as you go through gameplay, while you get better and better at it, there's still a lot of iteration that happens. And part of that iteration is cool to capture. This is meant to be blurry. I also probably need to add a backbinding QR code for this, or not a QR code, but a barcode. I just discovered where, so we need to order. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically a barcode for both physical and digital. So then the books can be sold at your various and wonderful retailers. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. I thought I'd just kind of talk a little bit and share kind of where we're at. This is a huge moment for us. And one of the things that we're working on this week is trying to figure out our sourcing and working through all the problems and trying to figure out how to change our layouts and, and how to preserve the overall flow and flavor of the book. And the book, the art book. All right. We'll see you all next time. Thank you so much. Until then.